Good day. This is Ross Jason Bohmley. Welcome to my stream. That was Mark Baird. Free copyright off of Spotify. The links are down below. Hopefully, I said it right. Lose my mind. Well, today here in the Comox Valley, I've woken up at 4 o'clock in the morning. I haven't been able to sleep lately. Too hot. It's 27 Celsius in my apartment on a regular basis, and yeah, it's a very uncomfortable feeling in every which way. So we're just hooking this up. I'm flying by the seat of my pants. Literally, I will tell you that. So we will go to here. This is my screen here, and Logitech. Here we go. Awesome. Thanks for coming in. I'm Ross, and I've been assaulted by INVEGA SUSTENNA. I also live in poverty, and I was forced to live this way, and it's not a fun situation in any way. INVEGA SUSTENNA is a very harmful drug to your body. It's more like a suicide drug jammed into your body. It reduces your testosterone level if you're a man and a woman, puts huge amounts of obesity on you, called gynomasculus, fat deposits all around your body, which isn't comfortable in any way. It kills your brain, so you sit there completely numb to the world around you, at least for me, and it was very uncomfortable. The last time I had to take a shot was in 2015, February. I think it was the 15th, and nurse was Jeff Edwards, who gave me my shot every month. And the first week of taking it, I had to take one at the hospital where I was forced to be detained for 2 weeks with no clean underwear, no clean socks, and with one change of clothes for a whole week. It was very uncomfortable. And actors that provoked and was completely ignorant the whole way. And it isn't fun when doctors aren't going to talk to you with any human dignity or respect in the world at all. I don't know what to say. My apartment hasn't changed much, as you see, in the years that I've been doing this. I think my first one was here. I was with my old computer, and I could barely talk. I didn't know what to say. My speech was gone, and life sucked then, and life still sucks. And no recovery for what is it now? 2000, 5 years, no recovery, no fat loss, no ability to run anymore, to exercise like I did, go for swims in rivers for hours, cool off, be able to breathe properly. It's really hard to live after being assaulted by your government. Nobody listens to you. You can't find legal assistance to protect you. Equal protection before and after the law as well. That's why it's a human right violation. And no adequate health after. I'm completely devastated by the treatment of Canada or any government. I looked at lawsuits that are out there, and there's lots of them, and they're being won for millions and millions of dollars. The point is, people are winning lawsuits. Doesn't matter how much it is, that it's already proven that it's a very harmful drug to humanity. I've watched YouTube videos after YouTube videos of other people assaulted in the same mannerism. I go on websites and read medical books, understanding the human body that nurses have to read, and you can go on and read Wicca and whatnot, and read stuff like the endocrine gland or the endocrine system, and how it controls your hormones and your health and wellness. And then if your pituitary gland in your brain's turned off, it's basically like having AIDS. Your immune system doesn't look after itself. Like I said, huge amounts of obesity still there, unable to run, walk, breathe, and fathom why a government would want to assault you in a capital punishment. Every time you turn around a corner, some ignorant group, you're afraid to find a date anymore because you were sterilized, and as a male, your semen comes out yellowish, meaning it's dead-like. And you don't want to produce a mentally handicapped child now because your semen, your children are dead and don't want to bring more harm into the world psychologically to yourself or other people or to the people who might have to look after it. You can't find a job because you're tired of workplace harassment and all that kind of stuff, just like the doctors degrading you, not making you want to live by. If you go to the Citizens Coalition of Human Rights, the cch.org, which I've left the links at down below, I think, or on my at the description of the playlist, the Mental Health Declaration of Human Rights. There's rights and regulations. Like I said, I was violated in those. I've gone through the Doctors and Physicians of British Columbia and the Health Review Board lately, again, with this covert epidemic going on. And they tossed it out again, saying the doctors didn't do anything wrong again. That's just the faculty of it. They've already proven the medical practice, like I said, and the lawsuits against INVEGA and Abilify and Risperdal, which are all the same drugs, just different dosages. A needle is the same as Risperdal and Abilify because it's a pill instead of a needle that they don't have to. You don't have to take a pill every day. It's a needle they know you've take, and it's good for 1 month. If you take Transient, it's 3 months, just higher dosages and whatnot. Okay. It says that at the cch.org, the doctors don't have the right to assault you. They have to tell you all your rights beforehand. They have to tell you the harm of all the medication that's on there as well. And that's right. If you look on the pages of Abilify, I'm just flipping the pages right now. Boom. You go here, and there it is. This is their main web page for INVEGA SUSTENNA and Paranol. It when you go onto it, it tells you all the descriptions. And when you're looking at it, you're gonna hit Control and scroll button, scroll wheel, and it expands it for you. It tells you important safety information. Your doctor is supposed to read this to you and explain it to you. Before you receive INVEGA SUSTENNA, the healthcare profession, not tell your healthcare profession, is supposed to read this to you because that's what the CCHR says. They're supposed to read it to you. They're supposed to explain that if your family has heart conditions or heart failures or insomnia, they're supposed to ask you this. Diabetes in the family and so forth. It's right there. All right there. Any kidney problems? They don't do that. They just say, here, you have to have this. If not, we're going to pin you down to the ground and beat the shit out of you. Hey, we're beating the shit out of you anyways. You're locked in detainment. Yeah, I'm going to babble on here a bit. It's still very harsh to take. You can't talk to people on the phone because every time they don't want to listen to you either because they're just some receptionist. Oh, you got to remember too, a doctor's a doctor. They are not the scientists who created these harmful chemical weapons to harm other people. It says here too, infants born, women who are treated with INVEGA SUSTENNA may experience symptoms such as trauma, blah blah blah, sleeplessness, and all this kind of stuff. Like harm to an infant. Like you're not supposed to give this to a pregnant woman. It'll kill the kid too. End up health risks. Like shit, more harm. Anybody who's listened to this over the years since 2015 or before will read it. Other side effects, it says. Here we go right here. Like, I ain't talking bullshit and whatnot. It says, hard time sleeping. May occur difficulties in swallowing foods and liquids and get into the lungs and choke to death. Here's the dumbest one. Prolonged and painful erections lasting up to 4 hours. Yeah, right. I've never heard of anything so stupid in my life. They bleed you to death. My treatment, I don't know if it's you or not. They've taken so much blood out, I don't have a penis anymore. It was 9 inches erect. Now it's only a 4-inch. I'm missing 4 inches of length and an inch or so of girth. Common sense. Supposed to be this long from here to here, the same size as your foot. That's what they teach us, and it's only like that long. That's I can't go out find a date. Every time I turn around, it's another assault by the Canadian government and the RCMP with their ignorance. That's another case which you see down there, being called a pervert for going for a swim in a river and enjoying a day away from this jail cell where it's way too hot on a sunny day. Like I said, it's a 26 Celsius on my clock over there. At my window, it's 23. It's raining outside here on the west coast of Canada and whatnot. There's problems with here, temperature control of the body and all that kind of stuff is another side effect. Avoid dehydration, blah blah blah. It really sucks if you look at the side effects. I have all these side effects. Lots of other people do too. You know the sad thing is, I got lots of people on the YouTube page asking questions. I have a hard time answering them now because I don't know who's an actor for the government like Harold doesn't know how to stop. I ain't gay, I don't have a cheesy ass and whatnot, and so forth. But I look at the page that I have here on YouTube, there's 190 plus people in there now. And these are all the people that contribute to our page. Other people that have been harmed by INVEGA, leaving their information and whatnot. It's protected now because people asked to close it. And anybody who's in it can stop and say, okay, we got a question. We got a problem with this. You can leave anything you want in there. So, links down below if you want to join up as well. Things on 60 Minutes and all that kind of stuff. And different types of stuff. If a parent doesn't want to listen to you, force you to take this drug, it's child abuse. Because, hey, that's degrading and harming your kids. That's slapping them, hitting them. That's family violence. Here's the one on, like I said, Johnson & Johnson is a chemical weapon. Expose Johnson & Johnson, the manufacturer of INVEGA, are quality and poisoned for profit and nothing else. 100% harm and everything else like that. It has everything in there. Basically what I said. I don't know what to say, but you can go down and look it up yourself. Johnson & Johnson, poisonedconsumers.com, and read it. It's scary, man. It's a real scary drug. I don't recommend anybody to take it or put their kids on it or any person. You can go to Ask iPatient. Ask iPatient is a website here. Okay? You go to the top, you type in the name of the drug you are on, Abilify, Risperdal, INVEGA, whatever you want to look up, okay? Here, we'll do INVEGA right now. I just this. Oop, copy and paste. Here, wow, having a hard time with copy and paste right now. Can you believe this crap, eh? I'll go over here and take it from you. Okay. Back to here. You put the name up here of whatever drug you had. You put it in there. You do a search, right? And there it is. Bam. And it tells you. You just keep going. And, or you go over here, go to I, and you go to I, and you go down the list. And if it's not an I, which it doesn't seem to be, we'll go to, where is it? Oh, shit, hey. We did it again. We'll go to, this is good, eh? I'm messing up again. Alright. So, you just basically write in there, paliperidone, the long version of the name, and it pops in there. I'm not going to go into it. It's easy to do. You just type in the name, and bam, it'll tell you thousands and thousands of people, the harm it's been, and what it's done to people as well. Obesity, suicides, and whatnot. Like I said, I'm just going to babble on here for a minute, see if I can get somebody to come on here. But basically, if you look at it, it's pretty sad on what we have to go through here. Yeah, try to exist in a life that we don't want to deal with this stuff. After you're assaulted with this type of chemical called INVEGA, you lose interest in everything in life because your brain's dying, your body's dying. You can't lose the fat on your body. It's worse than any steroid-induced gynecomasculine or any type of fat because you were just assaulted under family violence, your genital manipulation of your hormones, which a doctor falls under family violence. You're violated the Charter of Rights and Freedoms under Section 7, refusing any type of treatment. You were violated of your human rights. You don't want to be around people because every time you turn around, somebody's trying to psychologically assault you. Crimes of genocide, harming an individual or group of people, or a belief, a standard of life. Every time you turn around, somebody says, and they don't like what you say. They say, "Hey, I think you need your medication again," over and over again, because they don't like what you're saying. Every time you go to a website that you found some interesting information on INVEGA or psychiatric drugs, you look back and you go, "Oh my goodness, where did it go? It's gone. They deleted it on you." And you don't know what to say. You look at something called the dark side of psychiatry drugs, and how it says psychiatry drugs. It basically says that, bam, turns people into zombies, dead-like states of minds, and it gives you a million different names. Thorazine, copanzinin, Halin, Nova, Prolaxin, INVEGA, Abilify, Risperdal, all chemicals created in World War II by the Nazis and determined human right violation of chemical war to the human body. The struggle against psychiatry and human right violations from the 70s, the 60s, and the 80s as well. Other sites, Radical Psychological, Volume 7, 2008. You can't find any of this stuff anymore. Every time you turn around, it's taken off the air. You don't know what to do. It's just hilarious. Like I said, you go to Google, you type in INVEGA Sustenna, and bam, there it is. Here's the main page, like I said, quite simple and easy to find, and you can find it yourself. Here, you go there again. You go INVEGA, and you go to lawsuits. Oop, hit the wrong one. Here, this one is the 3-month pill called INVEGA Trenza. Same thing as Abilify, same thing as INVEGA. It's just a 3-month shot. It's a complete lie. They don't show you the amount of obesity. They don't tell you the lies that go along with it. Over and over again. And here it has a basic thing on here. Here it is. Basically tells you the exact same thing. Boom, boom, boom. And whatnot. What's schizophrenic? They say it's people talking in your heads, fantasizing and dreaming. It isn't. A dream's part of living a real life. To see a future, be able to run and walk. Here's David. They used to do movies on him. Here he is out with two guys, his healthcare or whatnot, playing soccer. The guy mentally disabled. He's never been out in public. Why is he out with two guys? Why is he not out with his wife and a beautiful young lady starting a relationship? Why are these three women? Why isn't she out with her loving family as well? What's with these pictures? I've watched their remarkable ads here and there once in a while. They show people working. That's falsehoods, as we're told. Like I said, we're going to go over here and look up INVEGA lawsuits. Where is it? Lawsuits. And there's all types of them in here as well. Okay. And as you're going down here, you can see different firms. And we're looking for one that's called Arnold and Lipkin. Arnold Lipkin is out of the Houston, Texas. And there it is right there. And when you click it, it goes to their site. Okay. This is their site, one I refer to in a lot of my cases. And as you're looking at INVEGA Sustenna lawsuit, it says paliperidone is one of the primary active. I'm lousy with words and reading out loud. Found in treatments, also known as Risperdal. Risperdal, right? And when you click on Risperdal, you look at right here. Risperdal attorney, $80 million lawsuit won of the harm of gynecomasculine and obesity to a male, loss of life and whatnot. It's not about the money. Not everybody's going to get $80 million, but you get the point. It's won already. It's the proof that they all needed. Okay? And you look at it. The facts are there. It's won in court. The statement is a legal statement of the harm. And it says in September 2012, the guy had huge amounts of gynecomastia. He had a C cup or D cup. Blah, blah, blah. And it goes on and on and on. I don't need to read it. I'm tired of reading it. I'm tired of talking about it. But these are all the facts. Right there, smack, dab in front of you. Stone Cold Steve Austin said so. It's right there. You don't want to believe me? Oh well. It's your choice. But it's there. INVEGA Sustenna is a harmful chemical. Please look it up yourself if you have to. Go to Andrew Lipkin, LLP, trial lawyers, INVEGA Sustenna, and read it yourself on the assault of it. Like I said, my name is Ross Jason Boehm. I'm not talking shit. Since 2014, when my mother was trying to belittle me with ignorance, call me a sponge off my taxpayer money, so I'd tell her off and say, no, you're wrong. There's lawsuits. I haven't talked to my mother since then. I haven't talked to my father or my brother since then because I was being assaulted by my family. I have no family anymore. I'm dying. I think I have about 6 months to go. Okay? Since my last shot in Vega, I'll repeat myself again. In 2015, I've lost 20 pounds only. Okay? 20 pounds, probably. I was 260. Actually, I'm 220 now, but I have huge amounts of gynecomasculus. That's a fat deposits on my chest. Okay. Now make this a little bigger. Like I said, there's a risperdal. Huge amounts of gynecomasculus here, chub on my legs, chub on my arms. I have no definition anymore. Right? And we're going to go like this, so you guys can see it. Right? I'm going to close my mic for a second. It's not fun. I look in the mirror and I start crying. Sorry, I don't have a good camera. I haven't got one yet. I'm working on an M200. But you look at it. I don't want that. I look at Dr. Lewis in Long Island, New York. He does this surgery and suppose it can come off. Like, who wants to have this fat that looks like that on a male? That wasn't there before. I used to be fit. I used to have a kind of six pack. Here, I'm sucking my gut. This used to just hang off, but this all has to come off, right? I don't have any obliques anymore. I got this fat deposit. My arm, can't see it that much, but bam, here I'm going to turn on this light. See if this helps a little bit. All right. But you look at it, I got fat on my body. You go like this, and there's no definition on my arm at all. My triceps, my arms, everything. You look at that, and that's all harm to me, just like it says. And you look at your back, all in your groin area in here is fat. All your legs are fat. Your brain is malfunction. All you do is think depression and sadness every day. Like I said, I can't even look myself in the mirror. I look down, I see boobs. I have to look forward and forward only and always wear a t-shirt. I don't want to be seen in public. I don't want a kid to walk up. Are you a man or are you a girl? Because this new word called transgender. I don't need that. I don't need to be assaulted anymore in racistness. I don't know how many more people go through it. But we don't need any harm. We don't need males and females feeling so shitty in life because of a medication treatment. It's pretty sad that a doctor thinks it's funny to assault us in any shape, way, or form. We've done our best in lives. That's all I can say. I've dug in the dumpsters. I've tried to play video games for an extra couple dollars on Twitch. I've tried to start other ventures of life. And I don't know what to say. I'm afraid to have a relationship. I'm afraid to bring up kids in this world after being assaulted in this manner of malpractice, of being sterilized. I can't breathe myself naturally without gasping for air. I can't talk to my family. They always want to be ignorant. They don't want to listen. There's no positive influence in our lives anymore. Life is over because of this medical treatment. In the Canadian Criminal Code book, it states any treatment, and this is not why I say it, any treatment that leads to an early death is considered a crime under murder and malpractice and manslaughter. Manslaughter is before you die. It's a violation of human rights. It's psychological abuse, of degradation of a human being that they're not being listened to and talked to without disrespect. There's nothing I can say, but INVEGA SUSTENNA, INVEGA TRENZIN, Abilify, Risperdal. The European name, if you go and look up paliperidone on the internet, says the same thing. And what's it called? Dane? Oh, what? How do you say the name? Oh, here we'll just. I'll have to find it and show you. It's it's sad, man, when you have nothing to live for anymore, and your whole life is gone, wiped upon you like a nuclear warhead, blowing it up. There it is. When you put in the long version of it, you go over to the side here, okay? And you look at the side, it shows you the chemical makeup on the right hand side, right? Over here. It shows you the chemical. It tells you the trade names in Vega, Expedin, and other names, right? You just click it and it tells you all the different names it comes under. It tells you the chemical mix and everything else like that. It tells you the adverse effects, meaning side effects, the 1% to 10% problems, and so forth. All the way down the thing. Death from it and everything else like that. References on the bottom, and in Wicca, none of it can be there unless they researched it and have the references on the bottom. Okay? And like I said, the main page is on there too, and Arnold Lipkin's page as well. I'm not advertising for any type of law firm or anything like that too. It's just the law firm that I found, or one of them. There's a Canadian one. I'm not going to search through and find it. They haven't replied me either. Neither has Andrew and Litkin, but they do read what I put on their Facebook page. There's not what I sent them in email. So I respect that in some ways. All I can say is you don't want to be on Abilify or INVEGA SUSTENNA or anything like it, like I just explained to you. The side effects are trifling. You can't live with the effects in your brain. You feel dead like the rest of your life so far. It's hard to wake up and be happy. Once in a while, you might get a giggle from a retarded game, but it's because it's so stupid. You see a sequence of events that seem like an act, even in a video game. Your response times are lesser than what they are as well. Your amusement level is low. You can't handle dealing with people because, like I said, they keep trying to say you need meds all the time. But that's just the way it works. I appreciate if you've watched this. I don't know what else to say. I thank you if you watched any other one of these. And one of the followings and subscribers to my page on YouTube, as you're on right now, or on my Facebook page. My Facebook page, like I said, just go to INVEGA SUSTENNA, paliperidone. Don't be afraid to speak up on the harm. Send a request. Tell me what you're being harmed at. Just don't assault anybody with ignorance. It's there for you to go through and find out. Okay? That's what you look on the top corner here. Just type it in, and bam, you'll be there. There's a couple different sites in there as well. Join up their groups as well. They put their information in the harm or the goodness, how they feel. But most of the 190 plus people in there, after 5 years, only 190 people out of millions of people that are being harmed from the drug. It seems like somebody's holding it back from being seen in the public, as well as the videos. There should be thousands and thousands of people looking at this. And oh yeah, by the way, the FDA hasn't come back to me either on my complaint, which you can complain on INVEGA SUSTENNA page. You go to the bottom, you click it, takes you to the FDA. I don't know what else to say. It's a harmful drug. No recovery after 5 years. No fat loss, pretty much. 20, 30 pounds is not enough. My penis size hasn't come back to its erection size of 9 inches. My health and wellness and my love of life that I had before isn't there. I feel like I'm dying every day. I don't see any point in anything, even doing this, because nobody ever seems to listen proper. And I know I lived on this earth for nothing. All I am is a slave. Shit in a bag, sitting there stinking and useless, and good for nothing, because nobody can even use it for fertilizer. My land, my human body, is dead for any yield for a farmer to get a production of wheat or any type of vegetable or growth out of. The production of my life is over, and I see no point in it. I have no family. They don't respect me. They don't love me because all they want to do is insult and degrade me. They never have anything positive or good to say in any way. I've tried my hardest in life to make a nickel and dime. I've worked every day I could and only made enough to scrape by. I don't have any children to access me or follow me. I've lived in poverty all my life, from paycheck to paycheck, like tons of millions of other people. Extreme poverty from the street since 1999, and violated my human rights of social services, starving to death, working at soup kitchens, or food banks, I should say, to get a sandwich, so and a warm place to stand for the day. And here in the Comox Valley Food Bank, where Jeff Hampton was the one of the managers, and Andy at the time, and the crew that allowed me to go in there uncleansed every day, other than when I could afford to go for a shower and forced to live on the street. But I could go to the food bank and work volunteer for over a year. I've gone through labor boards of wages not being able to be paid to me. That's slavery. And then hit with INVEGA. And I still can't stand up, go for a run, walk or swim, and live a life that's adequate anymore to me. I'm looking for a new planet to live on. Don't want to be assaulted in another country with the same medication that's around the world. The FDA or whatnot, or another doctors association. Just like Covert, the doctors around the world are saying, we got a problem. Maybe we need 1 billion people to die, not just a couple 100,000. Just like the Black Plague. History repeats itself. Just like this drug keeps coming back since World War II and pre-hand, when they designed it. A chemical lobotomy is a lobotomy. Once your brain has had a bullet in it, or your arms being chopped off, you're damaged for life. We're not a lizard that can regenerate a limb or something like that. We're not Frankenstein experiments or lab rats to test theories of crimes, which they've already said, crimes of genocide, psychologically harming a human being to extinction. And that's all they say. We try to live our lives, and that's all any human being can do. And when I say crimes of genocide, the United Nations says it as well. Conversion of or prevention of punishment. Cruel act of punishment. Or punishment. And plain and simple. Killing a member of a group, causing bodily harm or mental harm to a member or a group of people, which Embellify and INVEGA SUSTENNA has, and Psychiatry, because they refuse to listen to you, only a police officer or a group of people ganging up on you and assaulting you with complete ignorance and detaining you in a hospital system, bringing you bodily harm and an unfit mind for the rest of your life. Check out the pages that I provided, check out the information provided, and go from there. I don't know what else to say but that. All the information's there, and that's all I can really say. I'd love to stay and chat and speak some more, but you check out the sites. You're more than welcome to leave any question in the chat afterwards. Since I have nobody there live right now watching, I had one person. Go to the Facebook page, type it in, and join up if you like to, and ask questions in there. Leave comments and whatnot as well. I appreciate all the information that's handed in and whatnot as well. Life isn't fun anymore or enjoyable. There's no peace of mind. There's no asylum, a safe place to be. When you can't get up and run away or have the energy to do so, and you have no money to move on and find a better place, your life is over. You realize you're a slave and detained in poverty or wherever they have you. And just like the sadness of Caitlin Davis, who hung herself, young lady, I feel sad that nobody listened to that young girl. Dr. Junk did, but only he did. He posted her murder or death hanging herself with electrical cord. It's pretty sad. But do me a favor. Go check out all the websites that I provided. Read it for yourself. Read all the side effects and realize you being assaulted by these people. Seriously, go to the cch.org and click on that button. Click that button. Read it. Read your human rights and see that they're not joking. I'm just flipping down and find that before I go, because that's the one I haven't put up there. I have other pages on there that babble on for an hour or two, and the information as well. Oh, where is it? I had it there. There it is. Boom. Here it is right here. Citizens Coalition of Human Rights. There's YouTube systems on it as well. I can't play their YouTube stuff due to the fact of they shut it down. They say it's copyright stuff. Anyway, we're going to end it there. I thank you for coming in. I'm Ross Jason Boehmlei. I'm speaking up on the assault of malpractice of INVEGA SUSTENNA, Abilify, Risperdal, Exidon, and a bunch of other different names it's called as well. It's the same chemical compound, no matter if it's a pill or an injection at a higher dosage. An injection can be put on your body as a higher dosage as a pill. It kills the tissues that it's injected into or the organs the pill travels through to be digested. The side effects are trifling and irreversible. The gynecomasculus, after 6 years, hasn't left. My health and fitness and mental wellness that I enjoyed before isn't there. I have no enjoyment of life, and life seems over. I'm almost 50 years old and have not seen life at all, only detainment. Check out the cch.org, Citizens Coalition of Human Rights. Check out my Facebook page, INVEGA SUSTENNA. Don't be afraid to speak up. Join the group. Go to Arnold and Lipkin LLP. Read in their INVEGA SUSTENNA lawsuit. Go to Johnson & Johnson. Where hisconsumer.com. Check that out. Read Human Rights. Go to their webpage as well. And go to the main page for the prescription of INVEGA SUSTENNA and read all their information. Okay? I thank you very much for coming in. I'm Ross Jason Boham-Lai. If you'd like to help me out, so I can get a better camera than what I have here, so it's a clear picture, help me out with this little thing. Send me a thing of Coca-Cola or whatnot. My wish list for Amazon, Newegg. There's a PayPal thing there as well, and there's GoFundMe. You're more than welcome to send me $1 if you'd like as well. You wouldn't be the first. Come over to Twitch, watch me play some video games, and my lousy reaction time, which I don't really enjoy playing a video game anymore because I lost all interest in everything because of this drug. But I give it my best try still. I just do it for something to do. I haven't been able to make $1 at anything I do. I don't talk much, I just play the game. That's all I can say. Or games, whichever I can afford. Hey, you can even go to my Steam and send me a game if you'd like to, and I'll try it out. But check out all those websites, check out the links, join my page on YouTube, on Facebook, and you can get all those links all the time. And I can send them to you as well. I've done it over and over again. But in the description, you'll find all the links you need to, and that's probably the easiest. Check back in my old videos as well. If you see one that I'm raging under Roscoe P12, it's because I was ginger maced and bear maced with stuff that burned my face and my eyeballs. I still have a pair of glasses over here in my closet that has the stuff all over it in a Ziploc bag. I put them on my face, I start raging in a second because that's just the way it works. Not fun. Trust me. Complete migraine in seconds, and it's all over the dumpster right out back here in the apartment. I can't even get near it within 10 feet, and I know it's there, but I have to take my garbage out. It sucks. I thank you very much for coming in. This is Roscoe on Twitch, and my name is Ross Jason Boham-Lai, and we're going to leave it again, and we'll put it this one. Thanks again. This is Ross Jason Boham-Lai with INVEGA SUSTENNA side effects. Sorry it took me so long and I babbled on, but it's irreversible. The harm never goes away. Thanks again. This is Ross Jason Bomalai for speaking up against Bellify and INVEGA SUSTENNA. Much appreciated. Much love. You guys all take care of yourself. Hopefully you find some recovery, because I sure didn't either. And here, 17 Celsius here in the Comox Valley, Courtney, British Columbia. From Fanny Bay to Oyster River. From Cumberland, Powell River Ferry. 61 Fahrenheit. Participation is 100%. That's 58. Humidity. Again, thanks again. You all have a great day. This is Ross Jason Bomalai for violations of human rights of INVEGA SUSTENNA. There is no recovery